Anyway, we seem to have wandered into politics, but it's been that kind of a year. Or in the UK, it's been that kind of a 5 years. Well, I suppose it's like any large body of anything, you're going to have a range of people. People that will ignore the inconvenient fact they're being crapped upon and support somebody anyway. How's Sam? Sam is fine. And you probably missed this news earlier, but Andy is sending me a spare webcam, so we're going to finally have a Sam cam. Maybe before the end of the year. It depends on, you know, stuff happening at the border. Basically. It's kind of out of my hands and out of his hands and out of the German Postal Service's hands. Yeah, webcams have been inflated in price and hard to come by in some places. Because now everyone's suddenly Zooming and Skyping and whatever else. Alright, let's see what this Yugamo spots. Oh, hello, Z44. Can help out with that. Sure. Yugamo's being that rare thing of a Japanese DD boat captain that decides to use their guns. DD boat, you know, destroyer, torpedo, captain, boat. Construct a sentence out of these words. Yes. I'm pretty sure it's I know you did, Chaser. It's definitely less surprising these days, but for a while it really was very surprising. Anyway, Sam's official title is probably something like Grand High First Lord of the Seas or something like that. There's probably the word supreme in there somewhere also. I mean, to be fair, Chase, I have done that myself, where I'm still in the mindset of, you know, playing the ship before, and then suddenly it's like, no, wait, hang on. This is a very different ship. Why am I doing this? Even so far as going to try and use consumables that it then turns out I don't actually have. We're about to boop each other now? Just fine. I don't think we're going to be spotted immediately either. There we go. Well, yes, there's actually a couple of ships I've now swapped to the consumable keys around now that you can do that. It is a handy feature to be in the game. At long last. This is enough to... Oh, let's find out. Let's find out the risky way. Yes, that will get me spotted by the Montana, but only very briefly. Okay, that's fine. Let's move forward a bit even so, just in case he decides to fire at the patch of water. Even if he doesn't have a lock on. I think this is the first standard game of the evening as well. We had one epicenter, but the rest have all been domination, which has been quite pleasant. Alright, the Richelieu is in range, but they're not getting to the point where they could spot me. Oh, Montana. Go on fire, Montana. Go on. Go on fire. I wish for you to pay for that mistake. We actually have, like, there's enough, I think, a mix of, like, Poles, Lithuanians, kind of Baltic Slavs. There's enough people living here in the Hebrides that literally the supermarkets have an aisle where you can buy, like, Polish mayonnaise and Polish chocolate and stuff like that. In fact, there's this one Polish mayonnaise they sell, well, it's the only Polish mayonnaise they sell, which has actually become my preferred mayonnaise. It's kind of garlicky, it's quite nice. God knows what's going to happen to that after Brexit. That might not be stocked anymore. I hope it is. I really hope it is, but we'll see. Right, how's it going? They have a lot of ships on the 910 line, so they'll resist the temptation to just... Are you still pointing guns my way? It might be at the Baltic. Just particularly looking at. Okay, there goes that Mogami. Yeah, the Royal Navy and Pan-Asian smokes are quite handy in that regard. I think the Pan-Asian smokes I prefer overall, even though you get like one more Royal Navy smoke, something like that, just because they have more utility. This Montana would certainly be... There we go! I'm racking up a decent amount of damage so far. Oh, he's gone. Right, let's put our attention over to the other flank at this stage, rather than chase after and leave our cap hideously exposed. Yeah, there's definitely a time and a place for smoke, and sometimes it's even with the Royal Navy smokes. If you can afford to waste one or two, it's even useful to drop them as decoys. Are you going to straighten out again? It's kind of hard to tell.
Your business is appreciated.
Like a Lino is so maneuverable that trying to hit it with wafty cruiser shells can be a little tricky. Hey Xmar, thank you very much. Same to you. Although I could go full Bill O'Reilly and say, why do you hate Christmas? Are you a cultural Marxist? Why wouldn't you say Merry Christmas, you communist? But, you know, I'm not Bill O'Reilly, which is probably a good thing, because there was that whole awkward sexual harassment thing that got him fired. So, yeah. Maybe slightly fuck that guy? Maybe a little bit? A little bit? God, I know it's seen as more of an American thing, but God, the Daily Mail likes to bleat on about the war on Christmas to no end as well. It's just, I don't know, moronic clickbait level stuff. Clickbait before it was termed clickbait. Well, this Vladivostok's hanging on just about. Expect by dint of well, exactly follow Farnsworth. Oh, it's just, I don't know, I'm just being silly, Exmar. You know, it's Christmas, so therefore it's also the perpetual season of talking heads, right-wing talking heads bleating on about the non-existent war on Christmas. Strasbourg, actually, I quite enjoyed it. I could probably play a game or two before the stream's over. Right, we're going to want to... Ooh, oh, the temptation to open fire is... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, it's mighty strong, but that is a clump of nasty things over there. But I do outspot them. There's the PR. We turn our ass around and start kiting. But we're capping. We do seem to be winning this one. Get over this angle for as long as we can, although we are coming up against the border as well. The Cola Wars. Man, you are old. A terrible, terrible time, Philo. I'm sure it haunts you still. I'm a young'un, I only lived through the browser wars. Which of course was nothing compared to the horrors of the Cola Wars. Strasbourg also does have slightly better armour than Dunkirk, which reflects its real life outfitting. I think it's the belt. I don't know. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a bit tankier. Still got that tier 7 thing of being able to be penned through the nose, but yeah. We're now and hang on, working out my front guns on the North Carolina, which is nice. Well, that's just a bit of silliness, Jerry. I bet there was some other reason and then they just decided to say that as the reason. I don't know. 9-inch to 11-inch. Yeah, that's quite a nice big jump. I think in terms of damage, this has been okay for the Ibuki. The fact I've managed to avoid taking any damage as well. But I haven't exactly been shot at much. It's been a kind of a one-sided game though. It's not going to get me a steel snowflake, but you know what? Let's do the Strasbourg after this, just while I'm thinking of it. The art of how not to be seen. I think I did manage to get a decent amount off that Montana at the start. But to not take any damage in an Ibuki at all is definitely a somewhat unusual event. I think we will cap this before the carrier gets spotted. There we go. Right, another snowflake down, and that's one of the New York tasks done. Actually 4th place on the team, which is not bad. The remarkable thing there is just not taking any damage, I think.